Hi friends, thank you for joining me. I'm Ronnie, and I figured since I'm feeling a little under the weather for today's practice, we would get a little blood flowing and also add some twists into our time on the mat. So feel free to grab a couple of blocks if you need, and we will get started.
The beauty of yoga is so limitless, and no matter what level you're at, you can always improve yourself. Being able to breathe on the mat and just flow or move or just stay still. This space is everything. It's home, and it's just where I need to be.
Okay, let's come to a child's pose, taking your knees as wide as feels good for you. Stretch the arms out in front of you, relax the forehead on the floor, relax the shoulders as much as you can. Maybe the big toes touch here. Just get comfortable. Start to get that sweet breath flowing, taking a deep breath in. Opening your mouth for the first few to release. At your own pace, a few more breaths here. As you're ready, start to tent the fingers up, press into the fingertips, lift the forehead, block your hands towards the right side. So keeping that left hip back, walk the hands to the right and release the forehead, release the arms. Feeling a sweet stretch on the left side body. Relax the shoulders. Moving into the other side, tent up onto the fingertips, lift the arms, lift the forehead, coming back to center and then moving to the left through center. Release on the exhale, release the arms, the forehead. Try to keep that right hip back as much as possible. You can really stretch through the right side that way. Maybe even reaching your right fingertips forward as much as possible. As you're ready, start to tent the fingertips. Come all the way back to center. Release for a couple more breaths here in child's pose. Send the hips back as much as possible. Relax the shoulders, relax the head. And as you're ready, press into the hands, come up to tabletop. Trying to get the wrists under the shoulders, knees are under the hips here. Let's do a few cat-cows. Inhale, lift the chest, tailbone lifts. Exhale, crown of the head is down. Draw your belly in, cat pose. Move at your own pace, breathing in and out with the postures. Inhale to lift the chest, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the back. Press the hands into the mat. Press them in, staying in cat posture for a moment. As you're ready, release that pose, come back to a neutral posture. Then this time I want to move into a side cat-cow. So inhale, and then as you exhale, the tailbone moves towards the right. Maybe you look back at your booty. Exhale, release to center, move into the other side. Few more here, moving the booty from right to left. Last one on each side. Let's find that neutral position, maybe moving side to side. Do whatever feels good here for you. We're going to stretch up into our first downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, start to lift the knees slowly, send the hips back, press into the hands, come into a bent knee down dog. So our first one is going to be with super bent knees. Let's exaggerate this as much as possible. Bend, bend, bend. Press the chest toward the thighs. Press into your fingertips to release that pressure out of your wrists. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Stay here for a moment. Keep pressing the chest towards the thighs. If you want to stay here for the full duration of our down dog, feel free to stay. If you want to start to straighten your legs out, do so one at a time. Just walking your dog out here. Keep pressing into the hands, into the fingertips. Feeling that stretch through the side again as you bend into each knee. We're finding stillness in our down dog. When you're ready, I'm going to need to keep my knees bent. Haven't stretched too much today, so I'm going to keep the knees bent. Send the hips high. Really get the stretch through the posture. Send the hips high, high, high. You'll still feel it in your hamstrings if you send those hips really high. And as you're ready, bend a little more into the knees. Start to walk towards the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold with really bent knees. Again, exaggerating the bent knees here. Come into a forward fold. Hands are down on your blocks or on the mat. Breathe here, relax the head. Maybe moving front and back. And on your inhale, start to come up one vertebrae at a time. And your head be the last to arrive. Shoulders down. Coming into our mountain pose here. Get settled, take your time. Find that foundation through the legs. Inhale, let's circle the arms up towards the sky. Maybe look up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Last time. Inhale. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands are at the heart. Pause here for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release. Nice job. Let's inhale. Circle the arms up, and this time as you exhale, fold at the hips, bend into the knees. Exaggerate that bend into the knees and fold. Now that we're here, grab a hold of those blocks if you like. You'll need one at a time. If you only have one block, that's totally okay. Keep that left knee bent. Let's straighten the right knee. Keeping the left knee bent, trying to keep your hips as square to the front of the mat as possible. Start to straighten that right leg. Release the head. If you'd like to go a little further, keeping the left hand on the block or on the mat, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Reach the fingertips towards the sky. Feel that sweet stretch through the back of the right leg. And as you're ready, exhale to release. Switching into the other side, but take your time. Bend deep into that right knee. Start to straighten the left leg. Don't rush it. Relax the torso onto the right thigh. And if you'd like, press into that right hand. Start to stretch the left arm up towards the sky. Maybe looking up towards the left thumb. As you exhale, release that hand down. Bend into both knees and start to roll all the way up. As slowly as we did the first time, no need to rush. Arrive in mountain posture, stay for a moment. On your inhale, circle the arms up. On your exhale, fold. Let's come into those postures one more time, just a little bit faster this time. So bend deep into the knees, straighten into the right leg, keeping the left knee bent. Reach the right arm up. As you exhale, release that right hand down, bend into both knees, torsos on the thighs. Straighten the left leg, inhale, left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Stay here for a moment, deep bend into the knees. Start to lift halfway as you straighten the legs. Crown of the head reaches forward, relax the shoulders. Exhale to fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, once again. Exhale, fold. So we move the blocks out of the way, coming into our first plank posture. Step the right foot back, step the left foot back, come into plank. Feel the wrists right under the shoulders. Draw the low belly in, almost coming into cat posture with your back, rounding your back, shoulders are relaxed. Back into your downward dog, either bending deep into the knees or keeping the legs straight, whatever feels right for you. We want to move the chest, the torso towards the thighs, press into the hands. Try to hide the heels behind your toes. Relax the head. Start to come high up onto the left toes. Reach the right leg up. Point the toes. Hips are square. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Release that back knee to the ground. Coming into a bit of a crescent lunge. Stretch into that right leg, left leg. Move here. Start to get comfortable before you come all the way up. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. Then as you exhale, hands come through heart center. The left elbow is on the outside of the right thigh. We can either stay here for a twist, open up through the chest, or you can come onto the back toes, lift the back knee, find the twist here. It's totally okay if you fall out or if you release that knee back down. Trying to find a twist here, that's the goal. Push into that front heel. Try not to collapse. Lift, lift, lift. On your exhale, release the hands down. Step back to plank pose and back to your down dog. Deep bend into your knees if you like, or straighten the legs. Whatever feels good for you today. You might have been fully straight legs yesterday. You might have been fully bent legs last week. We feel a little different every day we get onto our mat. When you're ready, come high onto those right toes. Reach the left leg up towards the sky. Press into the hands. As you exhale, look forward. Step between your hands. Release that left leg. Find that posture before you come all the way up. Feel that stretch through the back thigh, through the back quad. Find space through your chest. When you're ready, start to come all the way up. Inhale. As you exhale, finding your twist, that right elbow is on the outside of the left thigh. If you'd like to go a little bit further, tuck the back toes under, lift the knee. Keep opening up through the chest. Try not to collapse. On your next exhale, release that back knee. Hands come to the earth. Tuck the back toes under once again. Lift the knee. Step all the way to the front of your mat. Come into a forward fold here with straight or bent knees. Relax the head, relax the arms, the fingers. Hips are high towards the sky. Exhale. On your inhale, come all the way up. Circle the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Stay here for a breath in. Let it out. Open your mouth. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Maybe keep a bend in the knees here. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins. Reach, 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 flat back. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Find your plank pose for a moment. Round the back, press into the hands. Your feet are still under you even though we're in plank. Sometimes we forget that in plank posture, our feet are still under us. Use your feet, use your core. Exhale, knees come to the mat. Sit back onto the heels. Swing your legs out in front of you, and we'll come into bow pose for a moment. Keep our chest forward. Start to lift one leg at a time. Keep the chest forward, relax the shoulders. Maybe the arms reach forward. Breathe here. Finding a steady gaze. It's good if you're shaking. Your body's shaking, that means it's working. Reach your fingertips forward, relax the shoulders. We're here for 3 more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful job. Keep it steady. Keep it steady, almost there. One more full breath in. Breathe out. Beautiful job. Start to release slowly. Nice work. Let's cross our legs. Come back to our plank pose and come to downward facing dog for a moment. Keeping that sweet breath alive. Press the hips up towards the sky. Press the chest towards the thighs. Press into the hands. Relax the shoulders. Feel like I already feel a little bit better just finding movement on my mat. I hope you do too if you were feeling under the weather. Breathe here. I'm going to find that lunge with a twist one more time. So come high onto your left toes. Reach that right leg up. As you exhale, step between the hands. Lower the left knee back to the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, find your twist. Hands come together. Find your twist, open up first. Right shoulder up towards the sky, open the chest. Try not to collapse here. Open, 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 find length. If you'd like, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Keeping that right knee bent so we don't straighten the right knee once we find that back knee extension. Find your twist, maybe look up towards the sky. If you fall out, that's completely okay. Just get back into the posture. On your next exhale, release that back knee down. Find our hands on the mat. Step back to plank posture, back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, come high onto the right toes. Reach the left leg high up. Exhale, step between the hands. Right knee lowers to the ground. Inhale, come all the way up. Find that stretch. Losing my mic here. Find your exhale, twist. Maybe that back knee lifts. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward. So finding length here on our inhales. And as you exhale, twist a little bit more. One more breath in. Exhale to release the knee down if it was up. And plant the hands down. Lift that back knee. Step up all the way to the front of your mat. Find yourself in a wide forward fold. So take your feet wider than your mat, maybe even off your mat. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Feel free to use your blocks if you need. Lift your chest, crown of the head forward, forward, forward. Let's find a wide-legged forward fold. Not too wide, but it is a bit of a wider leg than we're used to at the front of our mat. Maybe inhale to lift one more time. Exhale to fold. Chest is towards the thighs. If it feels right, grab onto the backs of the legs. Fold. Relax the head. Hips are high. One more breath out. Bring the hands down if they were behind your calves. Start to toe heel the feet in. Bend into the knees, bend deep. Feel that goodness of this bend. Start to come all the way up. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale to fold. Find your way back to your plank posture. Finding downward facing dog for a moment. Maybe just a few breaths. Maybe bending into each knee as we did at the beginning of the class. Finding that stretch through each side body. And as you're ready, release the knees to the ground. Swing the legs out in front of you once again. Start to come up all the way down onto your backs. Nice job. Pull the knees into the chest. Maybe even lift the head. Relax the head back down. Coming into a supine twist here. Stretch the left leg out in front of you. And start to take that right knee towards the left hand side. Finding that stretch again through this side body here. Keep it long. Right shoulder blade is on the ground. Stretch the right arm out. This right knee doesn't have to come down to the floor. If you have access to your block or something else, you can put it under the knee. The goal is not to get it to the floor necessarily. It's just to find that stretch here. If you're feeling that nice stretch here, then that's good. Doing the posture just as good as you should be. On your next breath in, pull that right knee back to center, just as you need. Pull both knees in once again. Maybe lift the head once again. Release the head down. Right leg stretches out in front of you. Pull that left knee in first, then pull it towards the right side. Extending that left arm out. Shoulder blades are on the mat. Feel that stretch. Maybe you're even feeling the stretch through your psoas. It should feel really nice. Staying here for a couple more breaths. As you're ready, come back to center. Pull both knees in again, lift the head. Maybe even kiss both knees. Thank your body for getting onto the mat, moving, whether it felt good, whether your body felt, a little ill today, or whether it felt perfectly normal. However your body felt, got you on the mat, got you moving, which is exactly what we wanted. Release the legs down, stretch them out in front of you, coming into our final posture, Shavasana. Take the legs as wide as you need. Take the arms wide, relax the shoulders, relax the head. If you need a little more tuck to the chin, you can fold your mat under your head like me. Relax, fall heavy into the earth. You find a little bit of a smile to relax the space between your brows. Relax the face. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth to release. Do that as many times as you need. I strongly urge you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you have time for, as long as it feels good. I always say to try not to cheat yourself by jumping out of Shavasana too quickly. This is honestly half the reason I practice, so that I can get to live here at the end. Release control of the breath. Let it all go. Let it all go. Let it all go. I want you to stay here on your mat in Shavasana as long as you can, as long as it feels good. If you're ready to come out with me and close the practice, start to bend into your knees. Feet are on the mat for a moment. Unfold your mat if it was folded. Pull the knees into the chest. Maybe rock gently side to side. Falling onto whatever side feels right for you. Stay here for a moment. As you're ready, find your way all the way up to a seat. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Find a comfortable seat here. Thumbs can come to the third eye. Chin to chest, bowing the head. Thank you so much for getting on your mat with me once again. I hope this made you feel better like it made me feel. Thank you for inspiring me. Remember to always trust yourself and inspire yourself. Namaste.